Today I'm going to talk about string formatting. I will be using the dot format method and the f-string method. Follow the link in the description to my video on strings if you want to learn more about them. Let me give you an example using a for loop. So here we have a simple for loop that loops through the numbers 1 to 12 and then prints out the number, the square of that number, as well as the cube of that number, all using the dot format method. If you don't put a number in the curly braces, it will put them in the order that they appear in this format list. So let me demonstrate with an example. So if you take it out, okay, it's the same. Now you can also mix them up. So you can take them and you can put, say, 2 in there and a 1 in there and a 0 in there. Then it will actually go according to the index order that they appear here. So the I will now appear in this bracket and the squared will appear in this bracket and the cube in the first one. Okay, so let me run that and you can see. See, now you can see it's not the same. The order has changed. Now let's use some formatting to make the output look better. I'm just going to first fix the order here. Okay, so to use formatting, you use the colon and you put a width there. So I want to use the width of 3 and the width of 4, width of 4. Okay, and run it again. And you can see it's padded with white space and it's lined everything up quite nicely. Okay, now you can also set the alignment by using the greater than and less than sign. So I'm going to left align that, right align that, and I'm going to center this one by using that character, the caret character. Okay, let's run that. So you can see now this one is left aligned, this one is stayed the way it was, and this one is in the middle. Okay, so now you can do the same thing using an F string. Okay, so let me demonstrate. Okay, so now you can see I've now converted the dot format method to the F string method by putting an F at the beginning of the string. What that allows you to do is to actually put the variables or do calculations, as you can see I've done here, in the curly braces themselves, okay, which might make more sense to some people, and some people might prefer to do it the dot format method. Something you need to be aware of is that the dot format method is backward compatibility to 3.6 and below of version of Python, where the F string can only be used from 3.6 and above version of Python. So if you have very old code that you have to support, then the dot format method is the preferred way. And any new code that you write, you can use either one of the two. Okay, so now I'm going to just show you this similar formatting. You just do the same thing. Okay, you put the colon and 4 and a colon and 4, and you'll see it will now format it nicely, the same as what we had. Okay, it puts all the white space, lines everything up, and you can do the same thing with alignment. Okay, the alignment works the same. Okay, as you can see, it's now changed the alignment. Okay, so now let's format using float precision and how you can display more values after the period in a float value. I'm going to use pi as a constant, and I'm going to use the approximation of pi. All right, So if I print that, okay, so that's the approximation of pi in a normal format. That's how it would display. Okay, but now you can format that, which I will demonstrate. Okay, so now you can see examples of using floating point precision. The first line uses 12 width, but it has no effect on the value. Okay, as you can see, there's the sort of standard display of pi. The 12 pretty much has no effect. Then as soon as I put the F in here, which signifies you want to display it as float, it defaults it to 6 places after the decimal, and it pads the rest with white space. Then I've increased this value after the dot, so you get 12.50. That's the amount of precision you want to display. So you can see here, it's now extended the precision to 50. Okay, and I've done the same thing here again, but now I've increased the width. Okay, and you can see there's no difference. Okay, so that width is, if you take the dot and the 3, it's 52. If you count all of this, it's 52. Okay, now I start increasing the width, and you can see it starts padding it with white space. Okay, and now 72, but now I've decided to put in left alignment because I want to show you that if you increase the precision past a certain point, okay, it starts padding it with zeros. Okay, so precision, float value precision ranges from 51 to 53, depending on I think what the value is. Okay, so there you can see 72 and the one above also 72, and the one's 50, 55, and it just padded the extra zeros. Okay, I actually didn't put an F in there, so let's fix that. That's why it's not looking exactly the same. There, now you can see it's exactly the same number, up till there, but you can see it actually added an extra value, 5, so that's the maximum, and then it padded 4 extra zeros. Okay, so I hope that is clear. Now I'm going to show you the same thing using F-string. Okay, so as you can see, it's exactly the same, just converted from dot format to dot F-string. Okay, that's all for today's tutorial on formatting. Hope it was helpful. Have a great day. Cheers.